Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Weekly Deathmatch. Real quick, I just want to mention that in this episode I decided to tinker with some shadow play settings, and as a result, it should be slightly higher quality. Normally it's at 30... Okay, I'm going to sound like I have no idea what I'm on about, primarily because I probably do have no idea what I'm on about. But normally the bitrate is set to 30, I don't know if that's Mbps or kbps or what, but normally it's set to 30. I cranked it up to 50, so what would normally be like a 1.5 gigabyte 9-minute video file turned into like a 2.5 gigabyte file, so it means it's probably going to take a bit longer to upload, but hopefully it should look a lot better compared to the other weekly death matches, especially compared to last week, which is 720p, but that's just because it's from my PlayStation 4. I forgot to write this down in my notes, but I was going to use Star Wars Battlefront 2 again as the recording footage, but I turned on my PS4 and they were like, hey, there's been a 2 gigabyte update for Star Wars. I was like, okay, cool. I guess I'll download that real quick. It was like, okay, you do not have enough space on your PS4. I was like, okay, shit, alright, I'll fucking delete a Yakuza. I have a friend who's going to be mad at me for doing that because I haven't played it yet, and I said I would. But I'll delete Yakuza real quick. Oh, you still don't have enough space. I'm like, okay. I'm sure Yakuza's more than 2 gigabytes, but I'll delete Spider-Man 2 because I platinumed that game. Okay, you have enough space. I'm going to download it. Yep. And now I'm copying for like 2 hours. What does copying even mean? So I decided, you know what, it's like 3 PM on a Sunday. I need to get Weekly Deathmatch done, and I want to enjoy my Sunday. So I'm just going to say fuck it and do it in Destiny. So this is Rumble, this is free for all. I believe I've done that once before on this series. It's quite fun. Let's just go around shooting shit, quite literally. Oh, not quite literally, that would be disgusting. Why do people say literally when they mean figuratively? It upsets me, even though I just did it. So yeah, I guess my commentary is a bit fragmented today, partially because I'm distracted by the fact that I've only just noticed I've got a slightly blocked nose, and I'm shit at talking at the best of times, but as has happened before in this series when I've had a cold, if I have a blocked nose I find it even harder to fucking commentate, so we're dealing with that today. Excuse me if I stumble over my words a little bit more than normal. So I just had a week off. It was wonderful. I basically played Elder Scrolls Online all week, so this video is going to focus a little bit on Elder Scrolls Online. Basically, I've been playing that game on and off for about 2 years, and I finally hit max level 50, and the amount of fucking... Okay, so you've got... I'm no expert. I'm by no means an expert. I'm going to fuck this up just by talking about it. But you have your stat attributes, like what you want to put into your points into, like magicka, health points, and stamina, obviously differing on builds. You have your skill points based on what like spells you want, what passives you want, stuff like that. So that's like your specification builds and stuff like that. Your specs even. Specialization, not specification, fuck's sake. And then when you hit level 50, you've got the champion point system, which is a bit like the Paragon system in Diablo, but also you want to look up for because it's an MMO and stuff. You still need to look up like the best builds and stuff, what you want to do for your particular build. And holy shit, that's not even taking items into account and set bonuses and all that crap. I think this MMO has the most meta game to keep on top of that I've ever played. And to be honest, it was quite overwhelming. My primary reaction was to... after spending 2 years working up to level 50 to try and see what the champion point system is all about, was to make a new character. But in fairness, that's because I'm also playing through all of the stories and the DLC and stuff, and I've got the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild DLCs as part of that, and I've done some of the Thieves Guild on my sorcerer, but it doesn't feel right, so I've decided to make an evil character who does Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood and stuff, and murdering people in that game is a lot of fun. I know that sounds weird, but it just is. Okay, if you've ever played an Elder Scrolls game, you'll understand. Stealthing it up, stealing things and murdering people, like innocent people, that is like some of the most fun you can have in Elder Scrolls. They definitely... It does feel different, but it's probably the closest in gameplay to the actual mainline series, I would say, as opposed to the combat, which is completely different. I'm not a huge fan of it, actually. just not because it's different to the main games, but just as an MMO combat, it doesn't feel. It's my least favorite part of the game. It doesn't feel as good as it could, I think. But that's what I've been up to all week. Pretty much. People are like, oh, did you get up to much on your week off? And I'll just be like, no, I did not. And that's how it should be. So, another thing I want to address in this video is that last week was all about me saying that you should try out Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I stand by that because the game is great, but it's been nagging away at me. No one said anything, but it's been nagging away in the back of my mind all week. I feel like I kind of, I don't know, I treated the microtransaction stuff a little too flippantly. My in-game video just agreed with me there. He nodded. That threw me off for a second. Yeah, I don't know, like, I should have looked into what the microtransactions in Star Wars Battlefront 2 were before making a video saying to ignore them and play the game anyway. And I definitely understand voting with your wallet and avoiding shitty business practices. The reason why I was so happy to say I bought this game based on other people telling me not to buy it is because I've just been getting so fed up of negativity and gamer rage on the internet, and I guess I took that annoyance and I channeled it into the wrong thing, instead of treating every game like as pragmatically as I can, saying like, instead of saying it's either all good or all shit, the way I want to see games is be like, okay, the gameplay's really good, but the microtransaction system lets it down, like actually weigh it up for its goods and bads. What I did last week was just, I just tried to oppose the all bad extreme by saying all good, and I still don't know what kind of microtransactions really are in Star Wars Battlefront 2. I haven't really researched it because I'm just having fun with the game, but I'm not going to go ahead and recommend that you buy it until you look it up and see for yourself whether that's the kind of game you want to buy, because I heard some troubling things and I don't know whether those are the things that were fixed or whether they're still in the game, but apparently it was pay to win, so I don't know if it still is. So if you are going to go ahead and look into that, make sure you do check out what the microtransaction system is, if that kind of thing bothers you. And once again, I only bought it because it was a tenner. But yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry my commentary was a little bit all over the place. Like I said, my nose is blocked and I trip over my words a lot when I can't get them out. It's just who I am. And also some weeks I'm better at talking than others, I guess.